Hi, my name is Phil Bowden. I look forward to getting to know you in this class and to learning about business communication. Probably the most thing that I enjoy about business is just the interaction with people of like mind. I am a CNA and recently, uh, about a year ago, transferred from working on the floor and intensive care to a position in our discharge lounge, which has some managerial aspects to it. Um, I do interact with a lot of the upper management and management, and so I just feel like it's really important to be able to convey um, my viewpoint. And so one of the things, for example, on that is that I researched discharge lounges. Our discharge lounge is where we send patients that are waiting for a ride or waiting for oxygen or waiting for medications or prescriptions, that kind of thing. Anything that would tie up the room from another patient coming in and having a more comfortable bed than in the emergency room. At any rate, so I've done some research on discharge lounges, and I enjoy the fact that I can sit down with my bosses and communicate to them the importance of the lounge and what other hospitals are doing. So I think just the communication with your bosses, I think, is really something that I enjoy, and just the aspect of it of I kind of enjoy the challenge of convincing others of my point of view. I would like to improve. Well, I'd like to improve in those areas that I just mentioned as far as my communication with management. But I'd also like to I'd like to improve on communicating business-wise on the internet. I have a couple small home businesses, and I would really like to learn better about setting up a blog and communicating through my blog and maybe through my website, things like that. I've set up a website before. It's been kind of a rusty amateur website, but I'd like to be able to do that a little bit more and be better at it. Probably the thing that I thought I would never use and actually do use and have quite a big use for it is the cell phone. Specifically, I find that texting, which I really thought was ridiculous, is something that is a high priority on what I use the cell phone for. For example, when I want to connect with my brothers, or and they're maybe in a meeting, or my younger brother might be at work, I can text them a quick message and they get back with me when they get a minute. The most difficult thing communicating the gospel is both from a cultural standpoint, understanding others' viewpoint of the Christianity that you're talking about. What you're talking about is just not a religion. It's just not working your way to heaven or doing good deeds, as some people have felt that I was explaining overseas. And but there's the other side to it, is that we can settle that we're going to have difficulty conveying to people, or we can do like the Billy Graham Association does, and they're not willing to settle for that. For example, you might look up peacewithgod.net is Billy Graham's website for evangelizing people online. And it's just really great because it just walks you through the 4 steps and gives you a lot of other information about coming to Jesus and accepting Him as your Savior. I spent a lot of time communicating with the world around me. This is a good example of it. Um, I spend all day communicating with the people at work and communicating with my patients that I deal with in my job. Then I go home and I get on the internet and I communicate with my friends, or maybe I make a phone call on my cell phone, or I will get on and do my homework. All of this on different areas of communication. So I probably spend 75 to 80% of my time communicating through technology. At any rate, I've talked your ears off long enough, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this. It's really a pleasure getting to know you, and I look forward to this class with you. Thanks.